Alright, so in today's presentation, we're going to be looking at the reading Seeing the Historical World by Cassedy et al. From 2011. The agenda is key concepts, relevance to the syllabus, and in-class activity. Historical concepts the paper looks at are historical interpretation, the process through which individuals and groups analyse, evaluate, and describe evidence of past events to create their own explanation of what they think historically happened. It says through their research that they see that students often approach history with a simple realism or relativism view, meaning realism refers to the belief that historical accounts and sources are straightforward, objective facts without any interpretation or bias, and relativism is the belief that all interpretations of history are equally valid due to being influenced by different cultural, social, and personal factors. Epistemic authority is another thing they cover, which refers to a group's, people's, or sources' credibility and trustworthiness regarding their information on a particular topic or past event. Basically, this is their validity, like how valid the source is. They think understanding this will help dissuade all this, which will lead to a better understanding of this. So, relevance to the syllabus, the historical concepts is perspective. People from the past may have had different views shaped by their different experiences. An example of that is Australia's history. And the historical skills it covers are perspectives and interpretations, identify and describe different perspectives of participants in a particular historical concept. So, in-class activity decided to go with is a role play. Get students hands-on, it's fun, they'll like it. So in it you analyse the historical perspectives, and the objective is to develop students' understanding of how different historical figures might perceive the same event differently, and to encourage critical thinking about bias and subjectivity in historical sources and their validity. Outline of it: teacher explanation of historical perspectives and interpretations, got a class role play, so an example on the board, and a group role play, where they go into groups obviously, where they do a written response, and then we come back together to debrief on the activity. So, class role play, select relevant historical event and figure, assess it from the figure's perspective, and then assess it from the opposing figure's perspective, and then discuss the historian's perspective on the actual event. And then the group role play, select a new event, break into smaller groups, assign each group a figure, have them discuss and write down their perspectives from the figure, and then come back together and share those with the class. And teacher needs to collect the written perspective to assess their understanding in a more formal sort of way, although still informal. An example of it that you could do is the World War I conscription vote. You split them into 4 groups, assign them the role of a mother, veteran, politician, and 17-year-old male, and have them discuss the perspectives of their role based on that role's involvement in the war, their historical context, personal experience, all things like that. Alright? Thank you for coming to my presentation.